Welcome to The Basement Dweller. With your host, Jacob Santoro, a.k.a. your favorite man-child.
And Robert.
Oh, we started recording?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Oh.
You wanted to catch everybody off guard.
Yeah, I wanted to be as
like
quiet
that.
as possible and just wait until someone
Just
said
not
something.
even. What if it was like 5 minutes and we were all just
fine.
waiting for you to say go?
That's raw.
All right, I like that. That's
suppose so,
content. That's
yeah.
easy content.
That's
It's
art. Like,
trick
remember-
your trick your
Yeah.
guests into
Remem-
thinking they haven't started yet.
Remember that movie that fucking Andy Warhol made? That was just like the Empire State Building for like 90 hours.
I don't remember it because I've never seen it, but I've heard about it and it sounds fucking gay.
Yeah, have you heard of that? He like made a movie and it's literally just like a shot. It's not a still shot, but it's like the Empire State Building while like life goes on around it. But it's like
I don't
absurd.
think I've seen it. No.
It's like absurdly
You're not
long.
missing much.
No, it's yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Andy Warhol's the guy that did like the soups, right? The
Yeah.
Campbell soup.
Right. Yeah.
He did soup?
Like the art, like the artwork.
Remember like the 4 Campbell's chicken noodle
Yeah,
soup,
and it
like
was,
in like the different colors.
No.
Come on, it's like one of the most popular.
Oh,
And there's like other.
say Andy Warhol
Yeah.
chicken soup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like Campbell's. You
Yeah,
put like Campbell's.
All right, I'm going to look this up.
All right, it's all right. We'll wait until you look.
Yeah,
it up.
you will. You keep talking, dude. Dude, come on. You're going to make
I
me
can't believe you. What? Like.
You're going to make me carry the conversation
Mhm.
and look up Andy Warhol.
I mean, you're the one that wanted to look it up, so
That doesn't mean we don't have 2 other mouths on this podcast.
Wow.
Full of topics, I'm sure.
I wasted them all at lunch.
Well, we can fucking rehash them, dude. Nobody heard those.
I heard them.
We can
I'm
talk
saying right
about
now.
Chris
Nope.
Chan fucking his mom.
Oh my god, I can't wait, dude.
I would love to talk about Chris Chan fucking his mom.
Hell yes. Did you look it up?
Yeah. Oh, he just made a bunch of soup cans
Yeah.
on a canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why? That
Art.
sucks, man.
Art, dude.
It's art.
Andy Warhol fucking sucks.
From what I've been told, a lot of people think that.
Yeah.
Because how do you like that? That's trash.
I mean, how do you like any kind of art?
Famously appropriated familiar images from consumer culture and mass media. So he just copied everybody's work. He's not even an artist.
Yeah, so like I mean that's like the big thing, like with him.
He literally just looked at the Empire State Building and was like, "That's my movie."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's fuck him, dude.
I'm really like liking the idea of just silence for like 25 minutes. You want to just do that?
Yeah, should we moment of silence?
Yeah, for like 25 minutes.
Okay.
That's enough. I didn't like that idea. Episode 15.
I had time to take a sip of the claw, so I really had a good time with that idea.
15 episodes.
Yeah.
17 weeks of doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I think this is the most effort I've put into almost anything.
I don't know, man. You've been painting Warhammer figures a lot.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
you dedicated a lot of money to Magic.
Oh.
That's not really effort.
Like,
I
can we
guess.
say like productive?
You put in
like,
the effort at your job to get the money for Magic.
Yeah, it's debatable.
Yeah, it's kind of debatable. Sometimes I'm just kind of here. You know what I mean? But no, 15 episodes. I honestly didn't think that this was going to happen, to be honest. Like, I thought I would do like 3 episodes and then be like, okay, this is hard. Or like I'd miss like 3 weeks and then,
Well, I'm glad you didn't because you got all this equipment.
yeah, I bought that computer. And I bought everything for this. I feel like that's why. I mean, that's not why I keep doing it, but it helps, you know?
Yeah, I mean, definitely got to make it worth
A
it.
lot of people like started with like, I remember like I had people say that they were on like podcasts, but like I'd like go over to their house and like try to do it, and it was like one of those like recorders you put on the table.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean you got to
Yeah.
start somewhere. I just kind of went like,
Wow.
yeah, because I feel like if I did it that way, yeah, it would have never kicked up. 65 subscribers though, that's pretty cool.
So
yeah.
have we gotten any more recently?
Yeah, like 2, which made it 65. So
Nice.
people are listening, so that's cool.
That rocks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Keep
Thanks
it
for
up.
listening.
Share our podcast.
Did she just say thanks for listening like it's her podcast?
Yeah, she really did.
Wow.
Yeah. What the fuck?
No.
Allie's here to hijack the fucking co-host spot, dude.
Yeah, I know, dude.
I
Dude,
gotta
she's
stay
been
vigilant.
she's been grabbing after your job for like the last couple episodes, to be honest.
It's all right, dude. Women aren't funny, so I'm not really
Wow.
worried.
This is like the Rush Limbaugh like podcast where we're just really right wing when you're not around and just hate women, you know.
I don't hate women, dude.
Yeah, you
I
do.
don't know.
They're just not
you,
funny.
You just,
There's funny
I
women.
don't believe it.
Allie has her moments.
Mm.
What do you mean?
She's funny.
Oh,
So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say most times you try to be funny, you're pretty funny.
thank you.
Yeah, and you do really good on the. That's why I love having you guys on, is because you're really good at matching my, you know,
Your energy,
which is like
Your-
lack thereof.
your
We're
pink
like,
Hawaiian shirt energy. You're really vibing out today, man. I
and my
like the
fucking
shirt.
bandage on my head, and I started bleeding.
You
Yeah.
look
From
so
that-
cute today.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just
You should
started.
have just kept that dried blood on your forehead. It
I
seemed to
think-
be doing the trick the
I think
band-aid's
that I-
doing by itself.
I know. I was like, should I have said anything?
Yeah.
I'm like afraid that as you guys are talking to me, like there's more blood's gonna come. Like, it's just not gonna stop. It's fucking scary. You know what it reminded me of? Remember that scary scene at the beginning of Mummy where the dude has the fucking scarab like in his fucking skin?
Yeah.
Oh, where it's crawling up his arms and
Yeah,
shit,
that's,
dude.
so
Yeah,
creepy.
That's awesome.
That movie used to scare me so much as a kid. And then I saw The Rock in CGI as the Scorpion King, and I was like, all right, this movie's kind of a meme now.
I actually never saw that. That was in the second Mummy, right?
No, because it's the Mummy Returns, and then I
And
think
the
it's-
Mummy Scorpion King.
Yeah, the Mummy Scorpion King. That'd be cool if every
I'm pretty sure I only saw the first.
it would be
Mummy
pretty
movie.
cool if like every sequel to a movie like the movie like title was just what they introduced, like just like Harry Potter, some snake in a hole, Harry Potter, some dude from prison, Harry Potter,
Harry Potter, fucking Hunger Games.
what's next? Harry Potter and some city in Arizona.
Was that 5?
Yeah.
Oh, I got. Yeah, okay, I get it.
You know, we were gonna watch all the Harry Potters, but I told her, said my only rule for doing that is if we skip part 1 of like the last movies.
Oh,
Have you
fair.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
super
them?
fair, yeah.
It was like Harry Potter and the Long Journey to Nowhere.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I read all the books as a kid, and then
I never read the books.
fucking when the
You
seven
should read the book.
when 7 and 8 came out, 7 was just fucking all right. 8 was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Is like, is it appropriate to say that there's a 7 and 8? Because technically, there's a 7 part 1 and part 2, just like The Hobbit.
Yeah, I just do it because that's easier for me to remember. It's just 7, and then the next one is 8. Fuck it, I know it's 7
I can't
part
tell
2,
you.
but that's a lot more words.
I can't tell you an actual memorable moment from that movie, other than the fact where like when Ron has like that simp nightmare about how they're just like making fun of Ron and
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like that's probably the only part I remember.
I only remember like some of the Horcruxes from that shit, and I thought that was cool, hiding pieces of your soul and like objects.
Yeah, it's pretty anime.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, I liked
To
that.
be honest,
I like
would
how-
probably do that.
I like how Voldemort as a kid even looked evil. Like
Yeah,
I like,
he was a little fucking stringy.
like when he talks to that dude, he's like, Professor,
Professor.
I was in the restricted section of the library. Like he's like talking so sinister.
He had like
Yeah.
greasy hair and
Yeah.
fucking suspenders, dude.
Like that dude's meant to be evil.
Hell
It's
yeah.
kind of like how you look at a white guy and he's like, dude, that guy's gonna shoot a school. Like if you
It's like how you look at Plankton and he's, that's the bad guy of
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
right,
Clearly.
the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those movies really rocked. I mean, as a kid, I still like them. But
I haven't seen him in a long time.
no, but I mean, like they're always like definitely those ones to like go back to. I mean, those are definitely, in my opinion, feel good movies. But like I was telling her, I mean, it wasn't the other day, it was a while ago, but like I didn't really care for the Series of Unfortunate Events movie.
Did you like the series though?
I loved the series.
That shit rocked.
I
dude.
like Jim Carrey. You know what I mean?
Jim
Like,
Carrey's a good actor,
yeah,
but like
the series.
Neil Patrick Harris as Olaf,
That's what I'm saying,
fucking
dude.
killed it.
You know who doesn't agree? The only one here with a Virginia.
Oh jeez.
I know, dude.
Go get your Virginia checked out again because that's an incorrect opinion.
Okay.
Damn,
That's
she's
fine.
not. She's not even gonna debate
That's
us on
fine.
this.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
I like how it's fine now, but we wasted like 30 minutes talking about how
just
wrong I
feel
was.
like I have nothing against
Yes, you
Neil
do.
Patrick
Clearly.
Harris, but like I
Do
thought
you
that,
hate gay people?
No.
Yes.
That's what it
Off
sounds
the
like.
record, she told me today
Mm-hmm.
that she fucking
Robert,
hates
shut
gay
the fuck
people.
up. Shut up. Get out of my house. Oh my god.
I'm gonna play the CNN music. Ding 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 ding. This just in.
I'm here pretending to be friends, but I'm actually just trying to sabotage their relationship
There is
so
no
I
way
can
I
move
could
in
hate
with
gay
Jacob.
people. Wow.
No, I love you too much, baby. Don't worry.
I know. You
Right?
never let that happen.
Well, we'll see. Sometimes you really. Can I ask you a question?
No.
Does Tam ever do that thing where like she'll be on her phone and like and she goes, "Oh wow," and like you turn to like look at her,
God.
expecting that she's gonna say something, but she doesn't, and then she goes, "That's crazy," and then like you look again, and you go, "What's up? Like what's going on?" No response.
You don't, though.
I do though. I literally turn
you
around and I go,
don't.
"She will not tell me until I ask like 4 times what's going on."
No, real shit, man.
No.
Tam's never on her phone.
Oh.
No.
Fucking ever. We were always either playing video games together or watching shows.
We kind of like do that like coexisting.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of play games like just separately but in the same room.
I mean, yeah, I'll let her know if I want to play like my boomer shooters by myself or like
What games do you guys like playing together?
Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time.
Wow. I remember when we were going to play that game and then someone sold her fucking Xbox.
You guys never played
Is
it?
that the one with the 2 people and you can hold hands and stuff like that? Like it's like the story based like
Well, it's like it's a co-op game where you each play as just this little guy named after like Greek alphabet. Like there's fucking like the guy I play as is lover Upsilon.
maybe that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But
It
they
doesn't sound familiar.
you control a spaceship and everybody has a job. There's 4 turrets on the
Oh
ship.
yeah, no,
and
that's
there's a
definitely not
shield.
it. No, okay.
Dude, it's fucking amazing. One of the funnest like co-op games I've ever played in my life. It's better if you have 4 people, but
Yeah.
2 can do it just fine.
You know, a game I've been really wanting to play is Keep Calm and No One Explodes. That VR game.
Have you never played it?
I've never played it, dude.
It's so stressful.
Have you heard of that, babe? So explain it to her what that is.
So, Keep Calm and Nobody Explodes is a VR game where one person has the VR headset on, and then your other friends, whoever you're playing with, they're looking at the computer screen that has all the instructions for the various puzzles you find on the bomb that you have in this game. And so you with the VR headset have to tell your boys like, okay, I got a
Like a number pad.
I got a Simon Says puzzle, or I have a number pad, or there's like a serial number on the bomb. You have to tell them all the details about the bomb, and they have to go through the manual telling you how to defuse the bomb. And if like it's timed, and if you fuck up, some
Blows up.
some bombs only have like 1 fuck up. Some
Oh,
bombs
geez.
get 3, but it just gets harder and harder. And it's one of the most
sounds
fun
so
VR games.
stressful.
It's really stressful, super sweaty.
Ugh.
You
Allie will
fucking-
just start crying because I'm gonna start yelling.
Probably.
Yeah, it gets like that too because like one of the puzzles get way intricate. Like it has
Dude,
you
I,
doing
like,
Morse
hurt
code on the
myself
bombs.
Doing that one, like I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself doing that.
Which one?
Super hot or whatever.
Oh,
Super hot, fucking
yeah,
also
we played
rocks.
Super Hot on the VR.
Yeah.
It was really fun, but we kept bumping into shit. That's dangerous, dude. It really incentivizes you to like move like forward, and
Yeah.
like a lot of these games, like I refuse to believe that you're such like that you have to use like the Joy-Cons and stuff like that to move because it makes you want to walk forward.
Dude, there's a game called Robo Recall for VR that is like the epitome of that, where like it makes you want to move, but when you control the character, it just like teleports you to the spot where you're aiming, and then you like do your shit standing there. But it's the coolest action game I've ever played. You can catch bullets, throw them back at the other
Oh, that rocks.
NPCs. You can pick up the other NPCs and use them as like fucking shields.
Yeah.
Chuck them at other enemies.
That's
Tons
cool.
of shit, man. It's such a cool game. VR is insane. I tell people all the time, fucking like I play a lot of games and I don't even have VR, but like it's the most fun I've ever had playing video games.
Wow, you're really Timmy talks a lot on this episode. Where's this guy been
It's
for like the last fucking 14 episodes?
we brought up a
It's 'cause
topic I
I'm
really
here.
like talking
It's
about,
'cause
dude.
I'm here.
I
Yeah.
shill for VR hard as fuck.
Yeah, that'd be cool. How much are those things?
Fucking expensive. Like an Oculus is like 400 or some shit.
Yeah. They're pretty expensive.
Nothing's expensive to me anymore for how much I've spent on hobbies. So
That's true.
Yeah, dude. When I get a PC though, it's VR time for sure. I'm about to
I
pop
know,
off.
seriously.
I'm losing reality, dude. It's
my
gonna be
next
like.
step.
So I'm
You ever
saying
seen Gamer with Gerard Butler?
no.
Oh,
Oh yeah. The one with the soldier.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
that was
where people control. That
weird
movie sucked
You know,
dick, but
I don't think it sucked dick, but you know who I find really uncomfortable is the actor who plays like the main bad guy.
I don't remember which actor it is.
Fuck, I don't know what other movie. He kind of reminds me of like Kevin Bacon in a weird way, but like, fuck. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen Gamer, babe?
I think I know who you're talking about, but I can't
You've
think
never
of the
seen
name of it.
Gamer? Have you heard of Gamer?
You're not missing on anything. It's fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my god.
well, there's a part in that movie that I'm referring to where like
Michael C. Hall. This guy.
Oh.
The fucking I don't even know what else he's in, dude. But
let me see him.
this.
Let me
Oh,
see
he's
him.
Hannibal. He's or not Hannibal. He's
Oh, he's
fucking
Dexter. That's Dexter.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
Dexter.
Yeah.
There's something about that guy. Like I find him so creepy. Like
He's
He
got
is
a
pretty
weird
creepy.
jaw.
like he definitely reminds me of Hannibal, the guy that plays Hannibal.
That's Michelson,
Yeah,
or,
dude.
or
No, not
He
the.
reminds me more of like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, like the new Hannibal, the one that also plays the bad guy in Death Stranding.
yeah, that's Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, so like they just have like a way about them, or like the dude from Inglourious Bastards, the Nazi commander who like gets in the shootout with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the
like,
one that gets his skull caved in by the bear Jew.
no, the guy that gets his fucking dick blown off by
Oh, by
Stieglitz?
Fassbender. Yeah.
yeah, Fassbender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, settle a debate for us, okay? We're gonna talk about because I just remembered it. So, Kendra got to see what's his name from Scream,
Oh.
Shaggy.
Shaggy.
You're really
Yeah.
gonna bring this up?
What's
right
his
now?
name?
Yeah.
What's
Oh
his
my
name?
God.
God damn it.
What's his name?
I follow him on Twitter.
What?
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. Yeah.
Matthew Lillard. Okay, so there was like I was like, oh, that would like I was like, oh look, babe, Kendra got to meet that guy. Like, oh, that'd be cool. And then what did you say? What did you say?
The guy who plays Jason or like wears the costume was like here.
Yes. So the guy who plays Jason Voorhees
Yeah.
was here,
Okay.
right? And it was like doing signings. And what I said was, I don't give a shit because
Right.
I don't care about the actor.
He's not wearing the masks.
Yeah,
would
you know what I
give a
mean? And
fuck?
so we took those two ideas, and she was like, well, what about Matthew Lillard? And I was like, what about him? She's like, well, that's Ghostface. I was like, no.
No.
The parts where he's Ghostface, there's no way that's Matthew Lillard.
And there's no way to like it. He's not Ghostface in the movie, until the very end.
I guess.
And so
it's bringing
he's
inner
not
fire in
he's
right
not
now because
iconic for playing Ghostface. He's iconic for being the guy that ends up being Ghostface at the end of the movie. So you still want to see Matthew Lillard's face because that's the important part.
wow,
I guess.
Dude,
I
so
guess.
many.
I owned her ass.
So much time we
guess.
spent on this.
I mean that's why at this point I'm just like, okay, like you have your opinion and
Wow.
But that's like saying you want to meet the actor that plays fucking Michael Myers. Like, why would you want that?
I mean,
know-
you could. I mean, you really could.
You've
if you
never
wanted.
even
it would
seen
just
his
be cool. So like,
Wow, babe. Welcome to the Thunderdome. We're really out here for throats, and you're over here just like, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's playing it really well, man.
She's playing it
if
really
you stay
good.
neutral, we have to keep attacking.
Yeah, so
You can't-
like she's
Oh,
really
Jesus.
she's been like it's like we're two internet trolls right now and she is just not moving right
yeah, dude, she's like, haha, nerd. Fucking so what?
now. We're just mad behind her
Fucking
keyboards.
suck my dick.
We're
guys.
telling her who cares, and she's like, not me, bitch.
Irrelevant until you leave and we close that door and then she'll sucker punch me.
Basically.
Yeah.
Facts.
No, I love doing that. I can't wait till I just start causing real arguments between you two.
And you know what, Robert? It's never gonna happen. I promise.
No.
Yeah, is the relationship too strong?
We're actually
Are you issuing me a challenge?
no.
I'll
But-
start taking dumps in your shoes.
just say they're just gonna scribble Allie did this and
Yeah.
shit. Like just Allie's just gone feral.
Yeah.
You're gonna convince me of that? No, we're really good at letting things just go. I think it's really fun to debate, and I think that's why
Yeah.
we are good at letting things go, because I think we're really good at having quick arguments, and then they just go away.
I feel that. Me and Tam are the same way. Like, she gets mad as shit, and we're mad for like 15 minutes maybe, and then I'm like, this is dumb. Do you want to watch TV or something?
Right, pretty much. Or like,
Yeah.
or we just both know that we're both the same way, where we just like need some space. like my car window was broken, and so it's like I had to fix it out in the fucking hot sun, and I'm all flustered and on fire and sweaty, and it's like we're about to leave my mom's house, and like she has all this stuff in her hands, and I'm going to go unlock the door. But before I get there, she goes, "Can you unlock the door for me?" And I look at her and I say, "Can I unlock the door for you?" Like, just like got really sassy about it. And then we just both got in the car and were silent for like 10 minutes. And then I was just like that driver. You're just like, "Yeah, I might pick up some overtime at work tomorrow." And she's like, "Oh, for sure. I'm gonna take a nap." And then she took a nap and everything was fine. Like, I honestly think that is such a big factor in having a healthy relationship, is that it's okay to just get a little salty at each other.
Yeah.
And like not try to purposely avoid confrontation, because I feel like it's well, we were watching something yesterday where it's like it feels like it's almost impossible to avoid confrontation in a relationship. And I think people should just understand that that's normal. You know, like it's because it's like everyone has like this weird thing, like especially in our generation, where it's just like if it's not a fucking fairy tale, then you know, it's not meant to last. And I think that's why you have so many quick relationships in this.
Love is hard, man.
Yeah, I mean,
it's work. That's the thing.
It's work,
people don't want it to be work, but it's totally work.
But it could be easy work.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
I mean, when you're in a relationship with somebody you like, and like
you're both willing to compromise for each other, like it's fucking golden.
Yeah. You know, like I
Tam took care of me all weekend, dude. Like I couldn't ask for that shit from anybody else. I got drunk and she fucking showered me, and I tripped on shrooms and she just held me like a fucking baby for like 8 hours.
Allie said she would get mad at me if I peed the bed.
Tam would also get mad if I peed the bed.
Okay, thank you. Like,
don't go pissing the bed. But
right, exactly. I was like, I feel like it's not like I wouldn't help you, but like I would be a little mad that you peed the bed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I have a right to be a little mad.
Well, I wouldn't be mad
because I have to clean it, bro.
I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, "Oh, did you make pee-pees?" And I would like a little puppy, and I'd be like, "I'll just put you outside for a couple minutes, and then and then I'll let you back in." Speaking of what you're doing right now, my mom said our favorite part about the podcast is the fact that Robert just gets slowly more slowly zooted like throughout the podcast, and after a while he just sounds like Lil Wayne. Like,
That's my normal speaking voice, dude.
Yeah, what's up with that? You've always had like that weird vocal fry where he's like, "Hey, man."
I don't know, man. I've always thought my voice sounds weird. I don't like listening to myself.
I love listening to my voice, dude.
I've gotten more used to it because of this.
Yeah, see, like it helps.
But yeah, I don't think I have a great voice.
No.
I never thought so, but like I don't know. Everybody just keeps telling me that I have a great voice, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's people. I mean, again, I just think this comes from. I mean, I think it just comes from like stage fright, you know. And I think that I was just lucky enough to never have that feeling. I've always been like a look at me kid. So you know, I mean, you had a sibling that you essentially had to emotionally compete with, and so did you. You know what I mean? Where it's just like you guys were two. So it's like you guys all kind of had to. You guys were all kind of relatively the same age, right? I mean, how much?
No, my siblings are so much older than.
Are they?
Ryan's like 9 years older than me.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. I thought he was like 4.
Like,
oh yeah, she's like almost 40, right?
Wow, what the fuck? Think? You got old ass siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old's your mom?
She's like just turned like 53. I think.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you doing the math in your head?
She looks great.
How old was she when she had? Oh, she does look great. I mean, both your parents look very good for their age, but
they do.
How old was she when she had Jess?
Like 16 or 17.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That
All
makes sense. Yeah,
that's the only way. Because I was like, what the fuck? Did she have like a baby at 10 years
old? She like on the tabloids, dude. Like, no, but like I didn't have my first sibling. Well, I mean, I had Jordan, but Jordan lived in Kansas my entire life, so it's like I didn't have my first real sibling until I was 10 years old. Which, by the way, for any aspiring parents, don't ever do that to your fucking kid. Like, don't let them be an only child for that long, and then just let them, you know, think like the world is theirs, and then give them another kid.
Yeah.
Well, that was you though. You were the baby, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't feel like I got like most of the perks of being the baby.
How do you figure?
That like I hear about.
Like.
just like getting whatever you want. Like,
Oh, did you not?
No.
Oh, Aiden definitely did.
Like my dad, like definitely like sometimes, but I don't know. For the most part, like not so much.
And now more of the Basement Dweller.
Sorry about that, y'all. Had some technical difficulties there.
Yeah.
Robert had to skedoodle. He had something to take care of, so
Skedaddle.
it's just going to be me and the dead weight. So that'll be pretty fun.
Excuse me?
Just kidding.
Take that back.
No, I'm
That
gonna leave
was
it in.
not nice. You guys have roasted me all fucking day.
We've given you multiple times to fight back. It's because we love you. Okay, I take it back.
Okay, thank you.
But still, I'm gonna roast you. It's my love language. How many times do we have to talk
Yeah.
about this? It's like we're on the playground. I'm mean to you because I like you.
Yeah, but you can't even take it though.
That's not
into
true.
No, you turned into such a baby.
No, I
You're
don't.
like, babe. Don't even get me started right
What do I
now.
say? What do I say?
You want me to roast you?
Don't roast me, but what do I say?
You want me to roast you on this podcast?
What's up?
right now?
What's up?
You're like, babe, do you think my dick is small?
Yeah, I'm taking that out. No.
Babe.
I don't say that all the
Yeah,
time.
you do.
That is every man. Every man has that thought always and forever.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to make sure I'm doing a good job.
And I tell you all the time that you are. So I don't know why you get it in your head that it's otherwise.
I don't know, because I just always feel like you're lying.
Well, I'm not.
Whatever, liar. Anyways.
I get it, but I'm not.
No, I mean, that just comes from years of just trauma.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard for me to ever believe that you're being genuine and sincere no matter how hard you try to do that. So
Yeah. I get it.
I had to burp. There we go.
Nice.
No one uses this mic, so it doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want in this thing. I'll fart in this thing if I want to.
Go for it.
I cannot believe, by the way, that you, the other day, like you sat there in the doorway and I was like, are you okay? And you were like, I was trying to fart.
Yeah.
You tried to fart?
Yeah.
So are you just trying to do that now?
I guess. Yeah.
Why?
'Cause
No, I don't like farts.
I don't care anymore. If I gotta fart, I'm gonna fart.
Amen, sister. I bet there's a lot of people that are just like, fuck yeah, girl.
Yeah.
You do you.
Exactly.
Just gross, and I hate it. So if you just want to
Whatever.
ruin my night like that, I guess that's okay.
Sorry, bro.
We were talking about siblings. Yeah. What were we talking about? We were talking about like my lack of public speaking fear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just looking from the outside in, like, I mean, it's kind of like just very privileged of me to just say, don't be afraid. You know what I mean? But like, would you say that you're genuinely someone that does have like an actual like fear of being in front of a crowd? And let's just say like a crowd of like 30 people.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind when you think of that kind of stuff?
I don't know. Something just tells me that like everybody's gonna hate me, and
Interesting.
that like I'm not gonna be good, and
What-
I'm just gonna like fail, and yeah.
I just can't. I don't. Yeah, but like, have you ever?
It's like my brain's just like, you are gonna embarrass yourself, like if you do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever like gone in front of people to do stuff? Like, did you do anything like that in high school?
I did. Yeah.
You did.
Which was hard.
Dance
but I did dance
and choir.
And choir. Yeah. I was also in Glee Club.
You're in Glee Club?
Yeah.
That rocks.
It was all right.
What was the worst song you guys performed?
In Glee Club? I don't really remember too many of these. I remember we did fucking one song by Avril Lavigne, but that was about it. I don't remember like any of the other songs we did.
I mean, high school definitely feels like such a blur, like looking back at it. I feel like I
honestly.
remember like 3 specific things, and that's about it. And
they're all awful.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want
Most
to
of them.
do you
Well,
want-
I mean, I had a lot of fun, but
do you want to talk about embarrassing high school stories? Do you have one you want to talk about?
I Like super embarrassing.
It doesn't have to be super, just something that like, look, I've noticed that the entire time that you've been on here, you've been kind of worried about speaking your true colors, which is why you're not debating us right now. And I want you to know that all 65 subscribers love to hear from you.
Yeah.
And if they don't, who fucking cares? It's my podcast. And if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to. But I mean, you've heard the things I've said on here.
Right.
I came out as half gay on this fucking platform. So it's like, you know, really.
Same.
Yeah. So it's like, really, what can you do that's going to, it's not like you're going to get canceled. It's just you and your.
Well, no,
so
that's
so
not-
does
I
so
don't know.
I have a quick question. So then like so do you consider this like public speaking?
Not really, no.
Do you feel more comfortable? Okay. So do you feel comfortable knowing that it's just us in the room right now?
Yeah.
Is it unsettling to think that at least 65 people listen to this episode?
No.
So it's just you in public.
Yeah, it's just like public. I mean, yeah.
I have one story I want you to talk about, but
What?
I wanted you to talk about your 8th grade graduation.
Oh. No.
Why?
Because it's gross.
Please.
Oh my God.
Come on.
I mean, there's not much of a story. I just like.
Hold on. No.
What?
There absolutely can be a story.
Okay.
So I want you to tell me there's a beginning, a middle, and an end to every story. Even a story about going to the mailbox can be a great story if you know how to structure it. So think
I
about
suppose.
the beginning.
Okay.
So what details are important for the beginning? I want to know when, where, and why. That's it, for real. So every part should have a when, where, and why. Okay.
Yeah.
So interior. Where's the opening to this story? Where did it start? Because we know where it ends. Where did it start?
I mean, I suppose that I don't know. I guess it would have started at Chipotle.
Oh yeah, you gave away the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it started with Chipotle.
Right.
Who were you with?
My family, like my mom, my dad, and Ryan.
And for some background, 8th grade.
Yeah,
You were about
I
to
was-
graduate.
Right. Yeah. Like I was like literally going to my 8th grade like graduating ceremony or whatever, you know, where you like grab your like little piece of fucking paper that says you graduated middle
From
school.
public school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
like,
right.
and, you know, I was like wearing this like pretty cute dress, I guess. Like, you know, like I thought he looked cute and like
I'm sure
I was
you looked
ready
so
to have
hot.
a good time, you know, and like eat some fucking Chipotle because it was my favorite thing. It still is,
Yeah.
even though it's betrayed me a couple times now.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, like we get to my graduation and like I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for like my name to be called and everything, and I just like start like sweating. It's just like that like cold sweat, and I like just start feeling it like move down. You know, like when you can feel it.
And you know, like no one else can hear it, but like in your, like you feel like your body just goes. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure the kid next to me was like,
Did you fart and stuff?
no. No.
No, you can't fart in this situation. You
like
gotta,
my butt cheeks were like so clenched. And I just like felt like so like I think this is like how I was sitting. Like my arms were just like stiff. And like I was just trying so hard to
like just like sit with your back up straight. Like
Yeah.
you just, yeah. I bet you when you had that feeling too, they were only on like the B's or the C's.
yeah, like it wasn't even like close. So I'm like, and my name is like, it starts with an R. So like
Right.
it's down there.
Right.
Like I had to wait a while for them to like call my name. And like as soon as I did, I just like grabbed it real quick and I just like booked it.
So hold
Like,
on. See, you're missing parts. So they call
What do
your
you
name.
mean?
Say they call your name
Yeah.
and you stand up.
Yeah.
Does it just get worse?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like now it's just
It's just like,
it's just
yeah.
the muscles of your
I
butt
was like,
cheeks.
it's coming. Like,
oh, no. Did
like,
you like
it's gonna happen.
Did you waddle?
Yeah.
So so do you think people knew?
I probably. And then they especially knew when they saw me like running to the bathroom.
Oh, so you left like the auditorium.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the
dude.
climax of the story. So you leave the auditorium.
Yeah.
You get into the bathroom.
Like it was like a straight line, like down, like through the rows of seats.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was like a walk of shame, pretty much.
Oh, no.
Like I felt like, and so I just like booked it to the bathroom, and like I was so pissed because the door was locked.
Dude, like, of course it is, bro. It only was locked because you had to shit so bad.
So I had to run to a different bathroom. And,
I
like,
assume in
by
heels.
that time, I think I was wearing like flats. So
Oh, thank God. So you could just sprint down those halls.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I took my shoes off, and so I had to go to find a different bathroom, and literally, I get in, and like right before I open the door, it just like no, like I can't.
It's
like,
always right there, dude.
Mm-hmm, like it just happened, and it was so gross.
Oh.
Like I felt.
Were you wearing white?
No, it was black. So like,
oh, thank God.
Yeah, or like it was like a dark color, but.
Did you text anyone like an SOS?
No, I kept it to myself. Like I was like, there's no way I'm gonna tell anybody right now that I just like shit myself. Like
I would have immediately called my mom or texted my mom.
I mean, thankfully, like I was wearing a dress, so like it wasn't too bad because it kind of just like I literally just like I felt so bad because I just like took off my underwear and just like left it.
You just left your panties in the bathroom?
I was like, I'm never coming back here again.
So you didn't throw them away? You just left them there?
I threw them like in the trash
Okay,
can.
so like some poor minimum wage janitor didn't have to look at shit covered panties. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Did anyone say anything to you? No. I mean, obviously your parents had to have been like, "What's up?" But like,
well, they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
I would have been like, "I started my period" or something like that. Like if I was you, like that is so much more easier to say than I just shitted and fucking shit and fart in my fucking beautiful graduation dress.
Yeah.
Did you have a boyfriend at the time?
No.
Okay, so you didn't have to explain that to anybody?
No.
None of your friends or anything like that said anything to you?
Mm-mm.
Those are good friends. I think that's just because you were a girl. Because if my friend saw me just beeline it to the bathroom, they would have been like, "Hey, what's up, poo-poo pants?" Like,
yeah. I know.
Did you make big stinky in your fucking trousers, dude? That sucks,
God.
dude. That sucks. That's so weird. But like, I'm surprised. So obviously, it's like no secret on this podcast how afraid of shit I am. So it's like I'm surprised like that didn't happen to you. Like,
yeah,
I would have traumatized the fuck out of me.
Well, now I just make sure that like I don't let it get that bad.
How do you control that?
Like if I feel like I have to really shit that bad, then I'm gonna like stay on the toilet.
Yeah, but like if we're like out, like let's just say we're going to the grocery store, can you really control when fucking shit time happens?
Well, yeah, then I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
That's insane. That's insane.
I don't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
Like if I gotta shit, then I have to shit.
I also have been told by multiple women that like girl bathrooms are fucking a war zone.
They're disgusting.
Yeah, like I've been told that like girls will just go in there and just fucking make big stinkies. Like,
yeah, I've seen a lot of shit in women's bathrooms, and it just absolutely like, I can't believe it. I'm just like, ladies, what are you doing?
oh my God, you know who I want to ask about this right now?
Woohoo.
My mom. Do you think she would give me a story?
Maybe.
Maybe. Let's see if my mom has any good stories like that. Let's see. I'm gonna have to immediately tell her she's on the podcast. She'll go on a tangent. Oh my God. Let's see. We're gonna call my mom, everybody. Oh, she probably won't. And what's annoying is that she probably won't answer, and she'll call me right back.
Moms.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know she's not working. Yep. Okay. So let me immediately. It's fine. Let me. I've had this phone for almost 2 years now. I still forget how to work sometimes. God, I'm such a boomer. On the podcast, don't call. I love you. Let's see. What do I want to talk about? What's an embarrassing story? I feel like a lot of my embarrassing stories were really just repressed, and like now they're just in the recesses of my brain.
Yeah.
I was definitely like a lot of my embarrassing stories were the fact that I was just like the emo boy with my emo girlfriend. So like we aired our dirty laundry to like everybody in high school. So like we'd have like legit screaming arguments like on the fucking like the grounds, you know, like where people would just eat food,
Yeah.
you know, like, but there's none that really come to
Yeah.
mind. There was one time, so there's this big old bitch that I still know, and yeah, you know what it was is in high school she was so hot, like, and so she was just like, I could do whatever I want because I'm hot, you know what I mean? And like, I had like a ripped jeans face, you know, where it's just like I just was like Kurt Cobain, and like
Yeah.
I remember one time like right before school, like I'm talking like right before, so like the whole day I had to deal with this. Oh, I just thought of one that would be better, but let me finish this one. So, you know, I'm hanging out, just my blue jeans, and I'm like doing the cool guy thing where like you're sitting at the like the tables outside, but you're sitting on like where people eat, and like your feet are like on where like the seat actually is.
Right.
And like I'm talking to my friends, and this stupid bitch comes up with her stupid friends, and they're just like, "It's a fucking guy," you know, like how fucking stupid high school girls talk. And like she looks at me and she's like, "Jaga, there's a fucking hole in your pants." And I was like, "Yeah." And before I could answer, she literally grabbed my pant, like my knee, and just ripped my fucking pants.
What?
So I literally had half jorts, like half fucking pant leg for like the whole day. And then like she went around and like told everybody what she did, like it was a fucking mafia hit. And so everyone's just like, Jacob, what's up with your pants? Like it wasn't like looking at it now, like if it happened to me as an adult, I'd be like, wow,
She
that's
made you
really
look like a fool.
yeah, like that's all it is. And like your emotional psyche is no more fragile than it is when you're in high school. So like like that, I was just like, I want to go home and find out where she lives, and I'm gonna put a bunch of pencils in a fucking get a bunch of pencils, put them in her mouth, and punch the erasers. Like, fuck this bitch! I can't believe she just did that.
Yeah.
Another one. So I would say so. Before I say this, I just because I feel like maybe you can guess it. As an emotionally unstable, hormonal teenage boy, what do you think is the number one thing that we are the most sensitive about? Just guess. And as soon as I tell you, if you don't get it, you're going to be like, this is obvious. What do you think is the most sensitive? As soon as you say something about it, we crumple and all bets are off. Like, I'm pissed the fuck off.
I feel like
Come on. I know you know, but you're thinking about it too hard.
I feel like it could be like two things.
What's number one?
Like your ego
Okay.
or your dick.
Yep, right there. So, yes, your dick size as a high school male is the number one thing that matters to you most. Now, when you're in high school, for most people, sometimes you just get your dick touched, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. I didn't lose my virginity until after high school. So, like, I got my first hand job when I was a sophomore in high school. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it was just the coolest thing on the planet. And I remember once I stopped being with that girl, that rumor started. And everywhere I went, it was just like, I know what they're joking about. You know what I mean? I was almost afraid that the lunch ladies were going to be like, here you go, pencil dick. You know what I mean? Like, and that was embarrassing because it was a like months thing, you know, like, so I'd probably say that. Honestly, other than I mean, everyone's cringe in high school. You know what I mean? I mean, there's cringe moments, and like, yeah, my first girlfriend, like my first real girlfriend, yeah, all the cringe moments.
Yeah.
And if she was listening right now, she'd be like, yeah, honestly, like, yeah. So I don't even want her to listen because it's like I don't even want her to think about how fucking cringe not her, me was in high school. Yeah. But then, so let's end it on like a brighter note. So like, what's like a school, maybe not even high school, but like what was like a school win for you? Like one moment where you're like, oh, I'll never forget that, and good for me. I'll tell you mine. Mine was I got to perform the national anthem in like during like the pep rally, and I did it like Jimi Hendrix style, and like so like I was just like on the guitar like shredding the national anthem, you know. And I remember right after that, this girl I was really into texted me and she said, "Oh my god, that was awesome," and I jacked off my dick for like 3 months just from that text.
Jeez.
Yeah, like that was the greatest moment of my life. Do you have any of those? And it could absolutely be at the expense of someone else.
I don't know.
I feel like high school wasn't really in your
not
world, really. I mean, I feel like your world started after school.
I hated high school so much.
Really?
Yeah. I really did.
Not even like for the boys, dude? Like Okay, I'm sorry. I meant like for your like her homies. That's what I mean. Like for the boys, like because all I cared about in high school was my friends.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I cared about for sure. Like all I cared about was friends and drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Experimenting
That's
with
all I cared about.
Experimenting with drugs was definitely the best part of like childhood for me. Like absolutely, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think that and learning that I could jerk off were probably the two best things on the planet at the time.
I mean, for me, it was have sex. Like,
slut.
yeah,
You dirty.
I was a real big hoe.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie about it. Yeah.
Babe,
Yeah.
we're in a relationship now.
Sorry.
How dare you?
You knew this.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, everyone has. I was too afraid.
Yeah.
We would have not liked each other in high school. Absolutely
Probably
not.
not.
Probably not. I was so much. No, you would have superficially because I was in a
You
band.
would have liked me.
Yeah, because you dressed exactly like all the girls that I was in love with your fucking teased hair
Yeah.
and your RAR XD and your fucking Remember those bands that had like designs on them? They were like shapes, like it was like a rubber band, but it looked like a dinosaur.
Silly bands.
Silly bands, dude.
Yeah.
I remember like when like,
I heard something about the owner the other day.
what happened?
I don't remember. Something about he's like married to like a 25-year-old and he's like 60 something, I think.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
I was like, cool.
18's the magical number, so
Yeah.
like whatever. Did you hear about the guy from Green Mile who like married a 16-year-old with the parents' consent? Did you ever hear about that story?
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy? What would you
Yeah.
do if like your daughter came home and was just like, he's super duper famous, but he's in love with me and he wants to marry me, and she's 16?
Nah. Nah.
I'm gonna call the fucking police right
Yeah,
now, dude.
No, I'm not calling the police. Fuck 12. I'm gonna handle that myself. I
Yeah.
would fucking beat anybody up.
You're gonna be a badass
If some
mom,
fucking grown ass man offered to marry my 16-year-old daughter, I'd be like, your ass is getting beat right now. Like, gross.
dude. Yeah, that's what I fear. That's what I fear about any potential future children I may have, is that just like stuff like that's just out of my control. And if I say something, I always feel like they're gonna do it harder, just like most teenagers are to do, like ones to do.
Yeah.
Like that's my biggest fear, is like finding out that like my son or daughter has like a 25-year-old boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right. And I think the hardest part is like it's like they can't help it though, and it sucks because like,
What do you mean?
I feel like at that age, like, yeah, I was definitely like messing around with older people, and like I really shouldn't have been, but like I really can't say that I didn't know better. You know, like I don't know, like I did and I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like I'm still just a kid, and how am I supposed to be that smart?
And life is a nightmare.
And yeah, like and life is like it's a fucking nightmare, and it's like people like lie to you and manipulate you, so it's like. It's hard, you know, at that age to like decipher and like, you know, really figure out if somebody really likes you or not.
Yeah, I think that that's more of like a girl thing for sure. I mean, you always hear about, you know, like we watched that thing about how like that teacher who like just started banging her fucking student, you know? And like that's very few and far between. But I feel like as soon as like that kind of stuff happens, it's instantly reported, where it's like, it makes me sad that I can't even fathom how much that happens with women or like girls and men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One thing that always upset me too, you know, is and I think Joe Rogan did like, I mean, he made a really interesting take on this, where it's just like, if a 16-year-old girl is having sex with her 29-year-old high school teacher, it's all over the news. It's that dude's going to rot in jail forever, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. And you look at the opposite, where it's just like, what's the first thing that anyone else would say, where it's just like they did it in South Park, you know, like Ike Kyle's like fucking like
Yeah.
3-year-old brother
Right.
is banging the
Right.
kindergarten teacher, and what do the cops do? They're like, nice. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
oh
yeah.
man, that's a lucky dude. You know, and,
And it's unfortunate that
Yeah.
it is that way because there's no difference whether
yeah.
the pedophile is a male or a female.
Right. Like the fact, like they would have never, you know, so it's going to drive me crazy. It was like some A&E show that we started watching because it was just on, or it was like Discover or something like that. Do you remember? It was it was a documentary series, and like remember they would have like they had her on, like they were still together, the teacher and the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Then, you know, like, but it's like that. Like they had them both on. They had, not only did they have those two on, they had their 2 daughters on,
Dude.
and they were like, "What do you think about your parents' relationship?" And they're like, "Well, it's at first it was
It
weird,
is what it
but it
is."
is what it is." But it's like that would never fucking happen if the
No.
roles were reversed. That guy would still be in fucking prison
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
So
well, I
crazy.
don't know. I don't know about forever,
Well,
but
yeah.
you know, he would have she would have seen more time than she did if she was a man, for sure. But
It's fucked, man.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. Like our natural, which is also weird to just assume that like when a man dates a younger woman, significantly younger woman, it's just like it is what it is. And like, yeah, again, 18's the magic number, but that's all. It's just odd, man. It's just
Yeah.
it puts me off, like really, where it's just and I have, you know, just like a mom and a dad, I have a stepmom and a stepdad, and both my step parents are younger than my parents, and
Yeah.
like I think maybe it's because I was around that, you know, when my stepmom, my potential, like what was going to be my stepmom met me, she was 19 years old.
Yeah.
It's like no way in hell I could do that right now.
Yeah. And I think it definitely varies from person to person, I think. Like some people are just like ready for kids right away and like ready to have that lifestyle. I'm definitely not one of them.
No,
You know, like
you know.
I love you and everything, but
I don't want any babies right now.
No.
It's almost impossible to find a place to live right now.
exactly.
God.
I would hate to bring a child into this world.
We are definitely going to talk about that. I have to pee so bad right now.
Go pee.
Yeah, I'm going to go pee. 1 second.
And now more of the Basement Dweller.
Oh my God. I'm definitely going to be that old guy, dude. We're going to have to stop every fucking 20 minutes on our road trip for me to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Just like my dad. My dad does the same thing.
Have you been peeing a lot all day? Or just when you drink?
Well, I mean, obviously it's more when I drink, but still, it's like I just feel like that will just come naturally, where it's just like you,
I have to pee a lot.
yeah. You know what I hate is I have to poop a lot,
Yeah.
especially in the morning.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? I feel like that has just something to do with the fact that you're kind of holding it for 6 to 8 hours.
I don't know.
It's kinda-
Supposedly you're not even supposed to shit that much.
Yeah,
so
it kind of might just be our diet.
probably. Like I feel like we're just really unhealthy.
Dude, we have been abusing DoorDash.
DoorDash?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's
It's
bad.
that mentality, man. Like it's just so much easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's
just
so fucking easy. Like I can literally from my phone just order food and then it shows up.
right. I don't.
Yeah. It's
But like home cooked meals, like I love them.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would honestly rather do that than. But it's just so much fucking easier to just.
Yeah.
Especially Tokyo House, baby. They need to sponsor this fucking podcast.
Yeah, y'all are pretty good.
I know, dude. I need to fucking reach out to them and be like, I'm a local Arizona podcaster, and let me just
Yeah.
say, I order your food maybe
We had you what? At least 3 times a
week.
day.
Not a day, a week.
No, a week.
Yeah, definitely not a day.
A day.
I'm close.
I think there was there totally was one day.
There
where
was
you
one day
ordered
where I definitely ordered it twice.
Twice,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, because dude, look, I don't know if anyone else can like understand or
Did
agree,
you get
but
different things? Or
no,
did you
I get the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Like someone has to be there, just like one fucking. You know what's so fucked up is I almost went racist with it. Like just
What?
because they're called Tokyo House, I was almost like, oh, that's a fucking white boy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tokyo House, but No, dude, there's just something, and if you can agree, like, there's just something about fucking chicken and rice that just rocks. Like, it's just
well, they're good.
no, but I mean,
really
I'm not
good.
just saying them. Like, universally speaking, I could have rice every day of my life.
Yeah.
Every meal of my life can coexist with rice.
Yeah,
It's good. I mean,
I
that's,
like fried rice. Though.
see, I don't like fried rice because fried rice makes me feel sick always.
That sucks.
Also, it depends on where it is. Like we go to Saigon, that place it's good. Some place is good, but I blame it on the MSG. It just like there have to be.
I don't know. Don't say that. I don't know that it's MSG.
They're gonna fucking sue us.
No, I'm just saying they're
next
good.
time we,
I don't want to think that they're like doing that. But.
next time we go back there, they're gonna be like, we're not gonna serve you because
Well, I fucking hope not, because that's my favorite place to get pho.
pho. I'm just kidding.
It's pho.
I did think for the longest time it was pho.
Yeah, I did too. Until I met Aliana, and then she was like, "Nah, bitch."
That's from the
Pho.
source too. She's Filipino.
Yeah.
Wait, that's Vietnamese. Vietnamese is pho, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but she like, they know
She speaks Tagalog, right? Is that what it is?
Tagalog.
Tagalog,
Mm-hmm.
like with a G at the end.
Mm-hmm.
She speaks it fluently.
Yes.
Does she talk like to her parents?
Yeah, she
Tagalog?
grew up in the Philippines.
Oh, she's from there.
Yeah.
When'd she come here?
I think it was around, I think like 13 or 14, she said.
That's crazy. Can
Mhm.
you imagine going to a different country at that age?
Yeah.
Are her parents like military or do they just come out here like
I don't
land of
remember.
opportunity kind of
I
thing?
think so, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I really kind of get introspective and think like I'm really proud of myself when it comes to this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I do it every week, you know, and though there's not a lot of people yet, which, hey, if you're part of the first 100 subscribers, when this thing gets to 1 million, you have some bragging, right? I'm just saying, so like,
What do you want from the gas station?
seriously, yeah. What do you want, baby? I got you with that fucking money. Once we start getting ad breaks in our podcast, you know that you've been around for a while. So, but I'm just saying because I'm so proud of being one of PewDiePie's first like 50,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? Like I hold that true. So, but what I'm getting to is that like I put so much effort into this, but really it's an hour and a half of just whatever I want to talk about and a combined 2 hours of editing and uploading,
Yeah.
you know? People will legitimately pack up their entire life and go somewhere else. And that is just so crazy, especially overseas. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Right.
we were watching that Netflix documentary about how to become a dictator. And remember, we learned about how, like, one of the tactics that dictators will use is that they kind of think of, like, a common enemy to enclose their circle to kind of rally against. And when we learned about the guy from Africa, he essentially was saying that people from India were just they were taking all the business, like they're all the business owners, they need to leave. These people literally had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And they either went back to India, which is scary because I mean you're 3-4 generations in Africa. It's like you've never, like, my grandkids have never been anywhere
Yeah.
but here, and they fucking have to. Let me just tell you this, babe. We are barely functioning trying to find a place to live within 10 miles of where we live now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having to pack the fuck up and go to fucking
Right.
Istanbul? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
holy shit. So I really I condemn you. No, I really applaud
Yeah.
people who could just do that, dude. I don't think I've ever, like, what would you think is really like the hardest thing you've ever had to do in your life? Like, what do you think? And if this is something that's a little bit too touchy, we don't have to talk about it. That's totally fine. But kind of getting a little bit introspective, like, and I'm not saying this as like you should feel ashamed that you had to do it, but kind of more of like, really good job, like that you did that. You know? Do you want me to go first? Or do you think you got something?
You can go first.
So for me, my biggest thing was moving to California by myself. I really did think that, you know, doing comedy and doing the podcast and just kind of getting my name out there was something I would never do. I always thought that I was going to be like the funny guy in the office, you know, because that's what I've been my entire life. I've always been the class clown. I've been, you know, the people that or the person that like when we have family gatherings, I'm very just like I said, like I'm very look at me. I was an only child for 11 years of my life. So I never had that issue. But really getting myself out there to strangers, because you can use the same material with your family all you want and your friends. I mean, as you've seen, my two closest friends, Robert and Christian, all of our humor is inside jokes or noises, you know? So it's like when you really go out there and try to make a name for yourself, it's hard. And luckily, thank God, shout out to my Uncle Art, one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. He gave me a place to stay in California, I did move back. Yeah. But even making that initial step was so scary for me. But I think you need to really look back and give yourself kudos on that I got over that. I got over the fact that, like, if I wanted to, I can do it. And as stereotypical as it may be, as cliche as it is, like, if you can dream it, you can do it. You really can. The only thing other than money, I guess, that's necessarily stopping you is you. Like with my band. I have a band, and we're just kind of like a jam band. Eventually our goal is to do shows and stuff like that. But the only thing stopping us is the fact that we're not committing all of our time to doing this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, everyone starts somewhere. You look at the entertainment history. You look at George Carlin. You look at, you look at fucking Jimmy Kimmel. You look at fucking Post Malone. They all start somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's like you really got to give yourself a pat on the back. And whether that be positive or negative, something you've overcome, whether it be leaving a toxic relationship, whether it be overcoming drugs, whether it be moving to a new state, starting a new job, picking up a new hobby, you really got to learn to give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there anything that you could give yourself, like a pat on the back that you... Because there's no such thing as a minuscule accomplishment if it's in your eyes. I mean...
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I think definitely, like... I think leaving, like the toxic relationship that I was in was probably, like, the best thing I could have ever done for myself.
And you were in there for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was kind of on and off for a while, but then it was like a consecutive, like, couple of years there, and got pretty bad towards the end, but, I think, like, overcoming it and, like, finally deciding that, like, I was worth more than that.
Absolutely.
Kind of, like, kickstarted, like, I would say, like, the best chapter in my life.
Is it because I feed you all the time?
No. I spent a long time just, like, trying to heal and fix myself. And, I really got, like, a time that I never had before. And
that's awesome, dude. Fuck yeah. That's really good.
And, like, my life has just been, like, better since.
That's great.
I feel. I mean, there's definitely, like, shit, especially right now, but
right. I mean, stuff. I mean, I think it's asinine to not assume that you are going to have stress no matter what your path is. Even if we win the lottery tomorrow, like our money issues are done with,
right?
But stuff happens. You know what I mean? And now we have to juggle a bunch of money, or it's like, whether that be with where we're living, where we're going. I mean, there's always going to be stress. And, of course, I definitely always recommend and promote positivity in anything you do. And the very first episode of this podcast, I made fun of my dad because when I was in high school, my dad was obsessed with The Secret. Do you remember that? So it's like the law of attraction. So it's like when you focus on what makes you happy or what you want in life, eventually it comes to you. Almost like I'd agree. Like a metaphysical, like a deja vu.
Yeah.
And now granted, when I was a kid, my dad wanted me to make, like, it's called a vision board, where it's like you put up the stuff on that you want. Of course, I had like a fucking Samsung Galaxy. I had an Xbox 360, stuff like that. But I mean, really, the only person stopping you is you. And kind of looking back on people in my life, I do think of my dad. When my dad moved to Utah to be with, my dad has always been very nomadic. He's been very, fresh start. He loves moving, and I think that's where I get it from too. I love, if I could, I would love to rearrange this room once a month. You know what I mean? Just to kind of have a new perspective on things. And my dad has always been like that too. And so when he moved to Utah, it was a big thing. But I remember calling him and talking to him and saying, the biggest thing right now is I need to get money for a house. You know, you learn that as an adult, what you require to have a house is like a down payment, you know, like 10%, you know, hypothetically. And now I could be butchering the numbers, but I mean, I remember my dad working 90 hours a week. Crazy.
Yeah.
An obscene amount. I mean, my dad told me one time where he clocked in at 4 a.m. and he clocked out at 2 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like, it's insane what he did. But he got the money to get a house.
Yeah.
So when you really, if you want something enough, you're going to do it. And this is where I really put my weight into perspective. I've been telling people my whole life, look, guys, I understand that life is easier when you're skinnier. I don't want to say skinny, but like when you're healthy. Let me say healthy, not skinny.
Yeah.
You know, when you eat right and you get good sleep and you do your just miscellaneous exercises. I am aware of that. If I wanted to do it, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
So people out there who are struggling with weight like I am and stuff like that, they put a lot of pressure on themselves because they go get that midnight cheeseburger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're ready to finally accept the fact that it's time for change, you're going to do it. I'm aware that I could probably change, but clearly I'm not trying to do it. And of course, that's going to upset people in your life where they're going to worry for you. Like my mom, God bless her soul. I love her. And I know she's worried about my weight. And I acknowledge that. And I'm aware of that. I'll do it if I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying that in a way of just like, okay, I got it, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm saying it in a way where
Well, and you've been trying.
I've been, you know, and stuff like that happens. But here's the thing is that it's no secret. I love drinking booze. I love smoking weed. I love having fucking munchies. I love eating. Eating's fucking awesome. Yeah, it sucks when I'm fucking winded after 2 minutes of my fucking working on my car outside. Of course, I'm aware of that. I'm not blaming the world on my weight. I made this.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it had a lot to do with my parents and my grandmother growing up because they gave me whatever I wanted all the time.
Yeah.
So I think that developed a toxic
Relationship to food.
to food. Absolutely. I mean, you know, and again, God rest her soul. I love my grandmother. My grandmother's one of my favorite people on the planet. My dad's mom is amazing. Shouts out to Tootie. You know what I mean? But when you get picked up by your grandma and your grandma literally says, "What do you want to eat?" and you ask a child that, you know what I mean? What am I going to say? Of course I want fucking McDonald's every fucking night. What do you want for breakfast? Of course I'm going to say macaroni and cheese and applesauce.
Yeah.
Because that's all I fucking ate as a kid. So when I grow up and I'd never had the consequences of not eating vegetables, it's hard for me.
Yeah.
Now, granted, when my friends do make fun of me, of course, a part of me is like a little bit like, oh, that kind of ouch, you know? But again, if I wanted to do something, I would.
Yeah.
But this is where I've decided to put my goals and my ambitions is in my creativity. And I think it's because I've watched people waste so much talent that I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And if he listens, and he was on episode 2 or 3, Christian is an amazing artist. He's phenomenal. He's got, you know, he's done pieces for us that are hung up, you know, in the hallway. He actually did our senior yearbook. He designed our senior yearbook. And, you know, story, you know, cut to now, it's like he's not doing anything with it. And it's gotten to the point now where when people really attack him for it, like his parents are really good at doing, like, oh, man, like, why don't you do this, and this? It kind of incentivizes you not to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, when someone... Really, it's like if someone was pressuring me, you know, and I really say pressure because I have the greatest friends ever who really are just like, oh man, when's another episode come out? That's different. But if someone's like every day, just like, man, you need to be on the radio. You need to fucking do this. You need to do. I'm like, dude, shut up.
No.
And then I just get bummed that I'm not doing it, and I'm not going to do it.
Right.
So it's like you need to let people progress on their own. But this is why, and this is where I'm going to get really boomer, and I'm sorry that I've been going on a tangent. I haven't really let you speak. So, but this is how I feel about social. Oh, stop! Fuck you. This is how I feel about social media.
Yeah.
I think social media has definitely ruined the generation that came after us, where you always have to consistently feel like you're either some kind of influencer, you're a supermodel, you're an incredibly funny guy, and I think that they've put so much time into social media. I personally feel like social media has ruined our lives. It puts so much unfair.
To a degree,
yeah,
I would agree.
Well,
yeah.
I think it's nice to have something to vent. That's why I have a Twitter. I have a Twitter to promote this podcast and to tweet dumb shit.
Yeah.
That's it. But people like my sister and my brother, especially young women, this is what breaks my heart, is that young women will go on social media and see this is how you become fuckable. This is the makeup you should wear. This is how you're going to become likable. And it just makes me sad because I think that it's developing a lot of kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
I mean, I think it's just kind of like a blessing and a curse because, I mean, while yes, like there are a lot of toxic and not very good things being taught on the internet, I think that it also is a good platform to be able to teach, better things.
Of course. No, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, so, I have a stepdad who's a mechanic, and my entire life, all I gave a shit about was video games. So it's like when he would, try to teach me about stuff, I never gave a fuck about learning how my car works. But yeah, YouTube is there. And it kind of reminds me of like the song from, let me just say, I love Bo Burnham's Inside Netflix special.
It's pretty good.
It's fantastic. And the best song is Welcome to the Internet. And the hook of that song, which is all over TikTok now, is can I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything is all of the time. It's just I think it's like boredom and something is a crime. You know what I mean? Because it's true. It's like, yes, you can learn an entire skill on the internet. Or why don't I go ahead and jack off, watch a live leak cartel beheading video, and see what the president's tweeting about.
Yeah.
Because there's all these like look at me like pop-ups on the internet, and it's like it stops you from doing that. And I think, it's funny that Robert was saying that like him and his lady, they're never really on their phones.
Yeah.
I love you. We're always on our phones.
Yeah.
It's weird to not be on our phones.
Yeah.
So it's
I know, like half the time we're just showing each other like memes.
Yeah,
or,
like we're or TikToks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, and now, of course, fuck you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, look at this. I learned how to weld on the internet. Fuck you. You know what I mean? I've learned how to edit the podcast. I've learned how to paint my miniatures. I've learned how to play better stuff on guitar. Granted, but there's so much other shit there. I don't think humans were meant to be consistently stimulated.
Yeah.
I think that, and again, referencing South Park again, there's an episode that I really, really love from that show where Stan, if whoever's listening knows this episode, Stan is obsessed with freemium gaming on phones. And this is why I stopped playing Clash of Clans, where you build something, you can either wait literally a week for it to be built or spend money on gems and have it be built now. It's literally, it's abusing your serotonin. And this is how I felt about masturbating and looking at porn, which is why I don't do it anymore, is that at the click of a button, I could have my serotonin milked all day, every day. And through years and generations of evolution, that's just not how it's supposed to happen. The fact that we can literally do whatever we want, whenever we want, especially on the internet, has really turned us into serotonin deprived people. It's a drug. It really is, which is why, and again, I'll let you kind of retort to this, but it's like you love The Sims. And you mentioned that when you're playing this game, and just like when I play Warhammer, you get to control everything. It's the one thing in your life that you get to just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
That to me is such an addictive trait that can spiral out of control.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I'm wrong, please tell me.
No, I don't think you're wrong.
I mean, and this isn't an attack on you or anyone who's listening. I mean, it's whatever you play, you know, or whatever you do. I mean, now, granted, some things are a little bit more, like, manageable than others. You know, like, if your thing is knitting, yeah, fucking knit. My fucking great-great-great-grandmother used to fucking knit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's more of just, like, I'm going into this because I know there's no other outcome other than me essentially shooting serotonin out of my fucking eyeballs. And this brings me back to pornography. Mm-hmm. Is that I know at the end of this, I'm going to fucking jizz everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I had to stop because real sex became less enjoyable. Because I can look up whatever the fuck I want on the internet, you know? Yeah. And I knew I had to stop. You know, and I think that this is the problem with generations that have had the internet and forward. We are going to have children that obviously will not know a time before the internet. Mm-hmm. And it's only going to get worse from here. Yeah. I use it because I can't fucking just send out on the radio like back in the days of old this podcast. Yeah. It's not like public access. I need the internet. That's fine. I'm on Spotify and YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, so give it a listen, sure. But I think that people should really take into consideration that it's okay to not have consistent stimulation. Yeah. I think this has made a generation of disassociative assholes. People who, I am 26 years old. If one day we go out to dinner and you say, give me your phone. Give me it. I'm going to put it in my purse. Yeah. I love you. And I plan to spend the rest of my life with you. And we've been together for what, 15 months now? Yeah. Yeah, about. We would have an awkward silence at the dinner table. Because what am I going to do? And I've felt this way since I was in high school. Can you imagine in high school if your mom said, give me your phone? I was a wreck. I have a specific story where Hillary my stepmom at a family event said, give me your phone. And you know what I was doing in the middle of her saying, give me my phone? I was sexting somebody. I was literally balls deep in sexting somebody. And she said, give me your phone. I couldn't respond. Anxiety. Yeah. I have to mingle with my family. Anxiety.
Probably have like a boner.
Yeah, I'm rock hard. Anxiety. Like, I'm telling you. But the thing is that not much has changed since 15 to 26. Yeah. So if it's any fucking advice I can give to anybody out there, just put down the phone sometimes. And this is why I picked up 40K. Yeah. Because for hours at a time, I'm not on my phone. Right. I'm painting. Well,
I mean, that's how I am with The Sims. Like, right. Yeah, it's like, if I'm playing The Sims, like, I'm not on my phone. You right. know? Like, I really...
Oh, I know. I fucking text you and call you and you don't answer me.
I mean, I hate looking at my phone, honestly. You know? Yeah.
I think that this generation has learned that you can have your cake and you can eat it too.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Really. And I'm not saying that, of course, I want everyone happy all of the time. Like, please. Like, if you found the secret ingredient, but it shouldn't be in things that are, you know, hindering you from doing what you love. I love this podcast, and I love making music. So it's like, I need to stop playing Xbox so much. I need to stop looking on the internet about fucking dumb shit. You know what I mean? I need to this life is finite. Your time on this planet is finite. Your resources are I know I sound like Thanos right now. You know, but it's true. And no one knows what happens when you die. You know? And it kind of reminds me of like that old picture where it's like it's 3 caskets with 3 skeletons in the grave, where it's like, man, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done this. But it's like a rich person, a poor person. You know what I mean? It's just like at the end of the day, you're dead. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I mean, other than hurting people or hurting yourself, I think you should do what makes you happy. You know? And I really don't think that you're going to find it in the next game of Apex. I don't think you're going to find it in, you know, playing Magic the Gathering. Truly, it could make it makes you can have fun, but life is around you. You know what I mean? And if that's your life, please, like, sure, that's it. But I promise you there's more. Our goal is to travel. I want to go to Japan.
Are you trying to tell me something right
No, I'm not, because I'm doing that. I have the exact same things.
now?
You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, like, do an experiment. Whoever's listening right
He's
now.
trying to tell me to stop playing The Sims.
I'm not trying to tell you to stop playing The Sims because that wouldn't be fair, because I have a million other hobbies. You have
Yeah.
one hobby. I have 1,000.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Do an experiment for me, please. If you've made it this far into the podcast, what I want you to do is I want you to take your phone and turn it off. Not put it aside. Turn it off for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't preoccupy your time with TV. Don't preoccupy your time with a video game. Don't preoccupy your time with reading. Really just sit there and contemplate for 30 minutes. And see how you feel after 30 minutes. And what you're going to feel is pure anxiety.
Yeah.
Because you have just forgotten the world for 30 minutes. And if I'm wrong, please email us. Email us at tbdmanchild@gmail.com and tell me how you feel. And if you did the experiment, tell me if it was positive or negative. Truly, do something that you can do without the access to online.
Yeah.
Write a song. Or you know what? Fuck it. Read. Draw a picture. Do some chores.
I like
Just.
how you said not to read them.
I know. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry.
I was like, yeah.
Anything that has to do without the internet, just try it for 30 minutes. And of course, you have people that are going to be like, oh, I do it all the time. Yeah, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who graduated between the years of 2008 and 2013 who now have a dissociative mental disorder because they can't be without their phone. That's all. And I say this as a contributor because it's me too.
Yeah. Me too.
And, I just feel like that people have so much more potential than they really think they do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what I can take from this,
Did you get any emails?
No.
Damn.
I know. People really suck with that kind of stuff. I really want people to...
Guys?
I know, dude. Like, I thought this would be...
Come on.
I know, dude.
I don't even care. Make something up.
I know. You're making us come up with stuff on the fly right now because you're not giving us material that I can use for the podcast. That's just inconsiderate, man.
Seriously.
tbdmanchild@gmail.com. I want to hear whatever you have to say. Funny, sad, scary. Oh, I've almost kind of baby vomited right there.
Ew.
Ugh.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. You know what this would be a good time for because we're going to start wrapping it up. Make that announcement.
Oh, yeah.
We're pregnant. I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
I should have just ended it right there.
No.
I should have just ended it right there. No, so, the Basement Dwellers with me and Robert has been such a fun hobby for me. I have a lot of people that I listen to, other podcasts from comedians or whatever, content creators, whatever, where they have multiple podcasts on one kind of, one, I guess, cohesive group, So me and Allie have been talking about doing a podcast called Pillow Talking with Jacob and Allie, where we will really do more kind of like the emotional side.
Yeah, kind of like more intimate.
Yeah,
I guess.
And guests on the podcast will be more just, like more serious. Not, I don't want to say serious, but kind of more like chicken soup for the soul, kind of like what this podcast was originally, meant to be until I had Robert's ass on here, where now we're just talk funny jokes.
I think it's just like a little more, I don't know, would you say like deeper?
Yeah, I could say that, definitely a lot, maybe some crying.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
I believe it was our late night talks that inspired.
Yeah. Well, we're really good at doing that. And I think we need to, and it's not, I don't want to say that it's like a relationship podcast, but I would say that it's more of just two souls, I guess, as pretentious as that may sound, but kind of more of just the chicken soup for the 20-something-year-old soul. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We do plan on recording that very, very soon. If you guys like it, definitely let us know if that's an idea that you can get behind. We're probably gonna wrap it up here. I'm hungry.
Me too.
Chicken and taters sound really good right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for wrapping it up. Sorry on behalf of Robert, everybody. Like I said, he had some stuff that he had to take care of. I promise you he'll be back next week. Allie, I love you lots.
I love you too.
This has been super awesome. And like I said, we will keep you guys in the loop with the new podcast and have a super awesome night. Anything else, Allie?
Thanks so much for listening.
Absolutely. Love you.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming down to the basement. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave a rating and review to help find out about the show. Got a question? Email Jacob at tbdmanchild@gmail.com or find him on Instagram at basement_dwelling_Jacob, Twitter at TBD_Jacob, and YouTube, The Basement Dweller. We will see you real soon.